Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy, and this is my three-site review. First, I'd like to start with this director of photography site, David Kruta. I am very indifferent about this site. I really enjoy how the layout of his projects are listed. I've never seen it like this before, where we have almost like a widescreen and different scenes, about three scenes in there. It works out really nicely. I really do enjoy the layout. One of my things that I didn't like was the user experience. Basically, you would click on the clip and you would hit play, and it would play a 45-second clip or 30-second clip of what that piece of work is. What really threw me off was the next button. I had the immediate reaction that it would show me another video, but sometimes it shows the credits on the top, and you have to scroll on the bottom and hit play again. On the mobile sites, it does the same thing. You hit next, and it shows the information about the video, and then you have to scroll down to the next one and hit play. It's kind of frustrating and kind of annoying. So I really didn't like that part of this experience of this site. Another thing that threw me off too was the typography. It felt very bland and very boring, especially with the colors, and also the part when you get into like the abouts. It has a little picture of David Kruta and his equipment. That's cool and all. But we get into the typography here, and there's not even a bold or anything that separates any of this. It's just all jumbled in together, which is, in my opinion, kind of blah. Another thing that threw me off as well was the contact info. Here it says Instagram, and here it shows Twitter and Instagram. I feel like this was done on the fly, and there is no personal connection. It's just cut and dry. Hi, I'm director of photography. Here's my work. Contact me if you want. If you don't, cool. In my opinion, that kind of threw me off. Another site that I like to go with you is Penfield Productions. This is one that's close to my home. I did like this site to a certain extent. I do like how there is a live video of like almost a reel that's in the background, where you don't have to even hit play. It just is playing automatically when you sign on to their site, which is nice. But there were some things that I didn't like. I feel, though, that this is kind of hard to read. I feel like something else could have been done there. Also, the work about and contact buttons. For me, I mean, on the mobile site, I guess it worked out nicely, but it just basically just brings you to the bottom of the page or brings you to the about section. It is kind of helpful, but for me, I didn't like it. I just think it's, kind of silly to have this there, and it just bounces you back and forth. It's, I think people get confused. Here, we have the information about the cameras. I feel like this is very hard to read as well. This, is a little bit more convenient to see it too. But again, this is another site that, I feel like it's just cut and dry. This is who we are, and this is what we do. There is no personalization to it. There's no connection between the potential client and the company that you're hiring. One thing I did like, though, on the mobile site, when you go here to the contact section, you do see these buttons, and these buttons do activate. When you hit this call us button, it transfers to your keypad. All you have to do is hit call. Same thing with the email. You can choose which email you want to use. It'll bring you right to it, compose an email, and also the address. You hit this, and it'll bring you right to your GPS, and you'd be able to find their location, and it'll bring you right to where they are. I thought that was pretty cool, and also that they have their YouTube and Facebook, social media pages there for you too, which is really convenient. But all in all, I feel like we're getting there with this site, but they're still lacking that personalization. My final site, which in my opinion is one of my favorite ones, is Chris Tebow Films. So when we get in, we have this beautiful, huge screen of, highlight reel of what he does. This is his work. This is what he's done. And it's beautiful. In the middle, we have projects. It doesn't take away from the video that's going on in the background. It's just right in the middle, really beautiful and clean. And then we have two tabs that show us commercials and personal. It just separates it to what project is what category, which is great, and it works really nicely. And when you click on it, it brings you right to the video, and you can enjoy it. On the mobile site, it works perfect. I didn't have any issues. It's smooth, crisp, and clean. And it just works nicely. On the site, the mobile site, you have this information here, and none of this up here, but these three buttons that are on the top right, and it connects you with these little titles or sections on the site as well. Here it shows your team. This is the personalization. We start seeing who these people are, what they do. It gives a little bit of information about them, which is awesome. Another thing I really loved was the client section. It shows us everyone they've worked with or had a relationship with, and you can click on them and find more information about them, which is, in my opinion, awesome. So this was very different, and then seeing more pictures, more behind the scenes footage of who this person is and what this company's about. We have the studio tour. It goes right to it. It's all on the same site, so you're not being passed around to other locations on the internet. It's just the same place. And then the blog, which I thought was very interesting. I've never seen this before. The blog actually gives more information about Chris Thibault, and it also gives blogs about each project they have done, which is very interesting. I actually went ahead and watched one of the videos, read the blog, and got a lot more behind the scenes information about it, which I thought was fantastic. The shop, I'm not really big on shop sections on sites like this, but it really does work nice with this. It coincides with the story of what they're about, and you can do it all on their site, so you're not transferred to another site, which is nice. So I really enjoyed this. And then the contact section, just like every other site that I've seen, has the little contact section, but I did enjoy the top. It has like a little clip of someone lifting up a phone, which I thought was pretty neat. All in all, this is like the ideal site in my opinion. Promoting your business, promoting who you are. I think it works very well. It's clean, it catches the eye, and it gives the personalization, the connection between the potential client and who you are as a filmmaker. So this is like my blueprint of how I want my site to be. So I think this works out really nice. It's beautiful. The typography is nice. It's not distracting, and everything is just smooth. So I hope you all are on the same page with me. If you're not, I would love to hear it in the comment section about what you thought worked and what didn't work.